For thousands of years, the Ganges has flowed through the heart of India, carrying not only water and silt, but also stories of life, death and rebirth. In Varanasi, the ancient city on the banks of the sacred river, a unique practice has been maintained for centuries: cremation. This is not only a way for Hindus to say goodbye to their loved ones, but also a profound spiritual journey, where the soul is released to merge with the eternal universe. Let's explore this ritual, step by step, to understand why the Ganges has become an eternal symbol of faith. The Ganges, or Ganga in Sanskrit, has long been revered as a goddess in Hindu mythology. Ancient texts such as the Vedas, written more than 3,000 years ago, hail the river as a sacred source of life, where people come to cleanse themselves of their sins and attain salvation. For Hindus, death is not an end point, but a stage in the cycle of samsara, an endless chain of rebirths. Cremation on the Ganges River stems from the belief that the fire and water can break that cycle, guiding the soul to moksha, the ultimate state of liberation. In Varanasi, considered the spiritual center of India, the ritual reaches its peak of solemnity and symbolism. Every day, at dawn, dozens of families from all over India converge on Varanasi. They carry their deceased loved ones on simple bamboo litters, wrapped in white or yellow cloth, colors that symbolize purity and eternity. The road leading to the rapids, such as Manikarnika or Harishchandra, is narrow and winding, but no one is in a hurry. The sound of footsteps, accompanied by the ringing of temple bells and chants from nearby temples, creates a soothing soundtrack. For them, this is not just a farewell journey, but also preparation for a ritual whose significance goes far beyond the physical world. Once at the river bank, the first ritual begins, the purification of the body with Ganges water. The family, often led by the eldest son, gently carries the deceased to the water's edge. The river, though sometimes turbid with silt or pollution, holds a sacred place in their hearts. Water is scooped up and poured over the body, as a final act of cleansing, not just of the body, but of the soul. According to belief, the Ganges water has the power to wash away all the sins accumulated throughout life, preparing the soul for the next stage. It is a moment both quiet and moving, where sadness of loss blends with belief in rebirth. After the purification ritual, the body is placed on the pyre, a simple structure with great significance. The Dons, a community that specializes in cremation, play a key role in the process. They stack dry logs into a pyramid shape, ensuring a steady and powerful fire. The wood is usually sourced from nearby forests, sometimes precious sandal wood if the family can afford it. The Dom's work requires not only skill, but also an understanding of the cycle of life. They witness thousands of souls departing the world each year. The family stands around, silent, waiting for the moment the fire flares up, and then the ritual begins. The eldest son, or closest relative, holds an earthen pot filled with sacred fire, usually taken from a nearby temple. He circles the pyre 5 times, symbolizing the 5 elements of the universe: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Then the fire is lit. From a small spark, it spreads rapidly, engulfing the wood with a violent crackling sound. White smoke rises into the air, carrying the soul of the deceased. According to Hindu belief, the fire not only burns the body, but also breaks all ties to the material world, opening the path to moksha. The process can take hours, but the family stands patiently, as a final promise to their loved one. When the fire died down, all that remained was ashes and a few half-burned bones. The family stepped forward, picked up the ashes with their bare hands, and gently scattered them into the Ganges River. The water carried everything away, dissolving them into the endless flow. This was the final moment of the ritual, the moment when the soul was entrusted to the goddess Ganga. Hindus believed that when the ashes were mixed with the Ganges, the soul would be transported to another world, freed from the cycle of suffering. All around, other pyres were still burning, smoke still rising, like a cycle that never stopped. When the fire died down, all that remained was ashes and a few half-burned bones. The family stepped forward, picked up the ashes with their bare hands, and gently scattered them into the Ganges River. The water carried everything away, dissolving them into the endless flow. This was the final moment of the ritual, the moment when the soul was entrusted to the goddess Ganga. Hindus believed that when the ashes were mixed with the Ganges, the soul would be transported to another world, freed from the cycle of suffering. All around, other pyres were still burning, smoke still rising, like a cycle that never stopped. As dusk falls, The Ganges takes on a fiery red hue, reflecting the fire still burning on its banks. The ringing of temple bells, mingling with the sound of flowing water, creates a symphony of life and death. The practice of cremation on the Ganges is more than a ritual, it is a philosophy, a reminder of the connection between humans, nature, and the cosmos. From Varanasi, the river continues to flow, carrying the ashes, prayers, and undying faith of millions of souls. This is the story of the Ganges, the river of life, of death, and of eternity.